What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers, and we're going to be picking up where we left off last time, outside of Wolfenfest. It's the Dark Brigade, it's our Anatomist run. Went ahead and made a few minor changes to the squad. We've been having Hayen using a billhook all this time, but he's gotten to the point where I think he just needs to join the squad as a kind of a normal brother. Yeah, he's got decent melee, defense, and attack. His resolve is okay, HP, everything about him is just fine. I was kind of happy to use him as a billhook bro just to have another backliner. But I went ahead and redistributed. I gave the billhook to Alexander, who's kind of next in line with melee skill for the back. And yeah, we're just going to start playing him like normal. We don't necessarily need to give him a sword and board type of situation, but I like the idea of using the war brand, even if it's just for fun. And I wanted you guys to know as well that I was looking around to finally distribute some of these brothers' potions. Now, we've got a dude like Lucian here who's been a bit of a stud for us. His melee skill's a little lower than I'd like it to be. He'll eventually kind of get there. He'll be in the mid-80s, something like that by the time he's done. But really, he'll never really quite be the powerhouse that I wish he was. We've got bros like Willibald here, who's an interesting case because we've already given him the Berserker Rage, and he's got a huge amount of HP. And for me, that gives like an obvious rise to the idea of playing into having him have the Fool's Treasure Potion, which gives him regeneration. Regeneration on top of a massive HP pool, that's a no-brainer, right? And then also perhaps even giving the Potion of Malevolence, which gives 100% hit point damage received back at the attacker. So a big HP pool that regenerates and reflects damage while also giving increased damage based on the Berserker Rage Potion. It seems too good to pass up. The only problem is this Willibald, while being a solid brother, is not... I mean, he's not blowing anybody's hair back. He's not the craziest bro that we have in terms of raw stats. So yeah, it's still the quest continues in a way, and it's still kind of difficult. We've got Heathcliff here who has no potion. Could consider making him a bit of a sword and board type bro. And if so, Shield Wall, making him a shield expert. I've definitely done Let's Plays where I've made my entire front line all shield experts. And I gotta say, I love that. Shield and spear experts. You do that combo and you're going to have a super tanky, awesome, durable front line. Made worse by mortars and grenades and all that stuff that's been added to the game. But anyway, I just want you to know I haven't forgotten the potions. I still may hold off on them a little bit here. But yeah, and even if we make a bad decision with them, there's still a good chance that, unfortunately, some of our lower tier bros may die eventually. And that those potions will be given a chance to be passed on. So our supplies are in good order. Money's in good order. We are currently basically at war with the South. As you can see, these guys kind of hate us. And there's no contracts for us in Wolfenfest. So we're going to leave that area. And I'm going to try to come and quest over by Harlingen and Newick. And if they've got nothing for me, you know, I'd still like to be involved with the Southern stuff. There's some unique battles for us there. Maybe along the way I was hoping we could knock this place out. And it's even easier than I thought it would be. To be honest, I was expecting an officer or something like that. But with this, we just pass. They have no range, so they're going to come forward. Nice little easy kind of tune-up fight to start the day. Pretty thankful considering I know we have some tough fights ahead of us. Spread the damage. Just did it mostly for the fun of doing it. It's not really good to put myself crazily out of position like that. Kill there would have been sweet, would have got us the reset. We go for those. And I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm abusing my power here. I'm like Eric Cartman. These guys just weren't respecting my authority. Man, I haven't watched South Park in forever. I bet it's still good. I'm confident. I'm confident in saying that it's probably still good. I'm gonna drop a dog. No one escapes. Come on, the dog gets a double kill, almost a triple kill right off the bat. Spike would have been a legendary war dog with a triple kill. So we've got split and swing with the war brand. Same types of attacks as you do whenever you use a great sword or a long sword. This guy's running, so I mean the battle's over. Nice, like I said, little easy warm up for us today. And my brain kind of needs it. I've had kind of a rough week. Non-stop exams and projects. I had to write an entire paper in like one night. Well, that's not that big of a deal. I had to write basically an entire paper in one night, then write an entire speech based on the paper, then give a 10-minute TED Talk. That was more of what the night entailed. Sort of my fault. It's my fault. My fault for taking on such a huge load of work all of a sudden. But good little haul there, actually. The salt and the gold. Yeah, totally my fault for taking on that much work and having to, like, wait till the last minute to get that done. But, man, it's been like that. Trying to recover from, like, jiu-jitsu kid stuff, home stuff, school stuff. And then to want to jump back into Battle Brothers and take on these kind of mental challenges that the game really is. So we've got bad situation here. Selling is not terrible. I'll sell... We have a lot of, like, really useless junk in here. I may actually need that dagger. Yeah, so we'll buy a little extra food. The prices here really aren't that bad. The tools are a little expensive. And this might be a good contract, might not. Okay, this is not worth our time, really. But we're going to do it anyway. It is hard to come to terms with who you are, and despite the superficiality, it is even more difficult to make peace with how you look. This is even more true when how you look was not the manner in which you were born, but shaped by the actions you took in life. If your own decisions brought you to this newfound state, you have only your own choices to dwell upon for the rest of your life. You've seen it many a time, particularly with sellswords who lose their ears, noses, lips, and worse. It can take a long time for a man to come to peace with his new-formed circumstances. And Shaytizi was no different. But come to peace he has. Whatever horrific scars and mutations he has suffered from his own actions are no more, at least mentally. He has moved on and is ready to continue his path in this world as someone seeking scientific endeavors, and the great risk to himself that those endeavors might one day pose. He gets easier. Glad you're feeling better. What did he have? He's paranoid. Did he have some sort of irrational fear or something like that? Dang. I'm not sure if that got rid of something. It didn't say he lost a trait or anything like that. So I'm guessing he didn't. There we go. We found the location. I'll just happily take the fight here. Looks like it's probably undead, just from the undead that are walking around. Would like not to fight in the swamps for the sake of my own sanity. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted there. My father was actually calling me. Okay, we will use the hawk to see what kind of fight we're dealing with. No necromancers, no fallen heroes, no geists. Just pure Wiedergangers and a couple of Megzurs. This is what should be a slightly easy fight for us. We might just turtle up around Aracel and Lucian, letting them hold the flanks. Anyone with... I should have just passed there. I was about to make the point. Anyone who does not have the ability to use ranged ability. We'll just 100% pass. And because of the ruins, they're going to have kind of a funky time trying to order themselves, but that's good for us. That'll make them trickle into this fight. While they take forever to move, let me just go ahead and text my dad. Both my kids had their birthdays. Well, my daughter's hasn't happened yet. Hers is in a few days. But my son just had his birthday at the end of the month. And I think he's wondering, I don't know. I don't really know what he's wondering. I'm assuming something about maybe asking what kind of present he should get, something like that. You guys... Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. We'll do these attacks and then I can go ahead and send that text. It's nice to not have a necromancer here because I know there's not going to be any possession happening and there's not going to be any extra revival going on. You just pass. We wait. I guess everyone waits who's in the front line. The only one I don't mind passing with is Hand because I know I'm not stepping out with him. Alright, text has been sent. Anyway. I might just want to chat about the weather. It's definitely a favorite topic of Dad's. As a dad myself, I sometimes find myself slipping into the weather chat. Even though I find it boring. We always end up spending a few minutes at least telling each other whether or not it rained recently. Alright, we wait here. We don't have to play too much around those level 1 Nexers. Them eating corpses or whatever. We're not that concerned about it. What I will do is step back here. I wasn't going to originally, but let's make those other Wiedergangers come to us. And love if they come to Aracel here. He's a literal meat grinder with that cleaver. I'm happy with that shot. I'll take that. Wait here, good sir. Wait here, good sir. Definitely prioritizing the Wiedergangers that are armored with weapons. The unarmed ones are just almost not even a threat. I don't know how many of you guys are big UFC fans, but I was invited to a party by one of my jiu-jitsu bros to go and watch the fight tomorrow night. And then it just got like breaking news. Oliveira fails the weigh-in. Which is kind of a big deal. That I don't think that's like the first time in history that a dude with a title like failed his own weigh-in. I don't know. It's kind of nuts. The fight's still happening, thankfully. Is it even possible to get a decapitation when the dude's not even injured? I don't think so. Maybe it is, just because of the weapon you're using. That'd be interesting to test. Okay, here we go. Boom. Nice. The AoE attack paid off. Let's go ahead and stun that dude. And we did. Go for a line shot here. Good damage. And we do take those. We'll just pass here. Probably would have been good to step in on this dude. But yeah, should definitely expect several of them to come back. instead of reloading, let's just get the bill hook out. Nice. Yeah, but anyway, should be a sick fight. If you guys like that sort of thing. I was kind of a passive fan for a long time. Started to really pay attention whenever I started training jiu-jitsu in the army. Because everyone around me was always talking about it. I was like, I got no idea what's going on, man. I gotta figure this stuff out. And I like fighting anyway. We'll let them come to me here. Interesting, he chose to do that instead of attacking. He stepped in instead of just poking Willowbolt, which is what I thought he would do. We'll wait here. Undead don't run, so they come to you. They really are the easiest, like, faction of enemies to beat if you build appropriately. Step in there. No reason to let him go. Ah! I would like to get those kills just because they'll probably provide me with a little additional value for this fight. Dang it. And we missed the attack, the reason we stayed back. Just to get that free attack. Yeah, a little additional value, some trophy ingredients. Stuff we can put into necklaces. Which this company kind of sadly needs. Alright, good damage, but not a kill. Love to see that. Step forward. Hate to see that. Definitely prioritize the dudes who can still hurt you. I'll step here for now. I might go further in. Might step in here just to prevent them from stepping back is what I meant. Sorry if my commentary seems a little weird. I feel a little, I don't know, if I'm being honest, I feel a little burnt out. This morning I did train, and I think all my partners, my teacher, everyone's like, man, you tired, bro. I'm not like a coffee drinker. I'm not like a... Like, there's no ritual for me in the morning, man. I just get out of bed and go. And sometimes I feel like a little bit at a disadvantage, like literally doing everything after I just woke up. As I get older, maybe it's just getting harder to do that. Someone just pointed out to me, I think it was Mr. Blue in the comment section. Oh wow, Hand switches weapons and now is getting wrecked by one Wiedoganger. That having someone like this in your company is pretty cool because it forces you to really pay attention to your movements. Because there's pretty unique things you can do with a brother like Vashir. And I've had that before. I've had super late game. Alright, that was really bad because now Hand could almost get killed by this. I've had super late game like Fencer Bros before, and they are interesting and they are super fun. And they may be the deadliest. It might be the deadliest build you can make. I could see an argument for it. The deadliest build would either be like the heaviest dude wearing the regenerative armor with like the biggest weapon you can put on him. Like, I could think of scenarios where you could make just a super tanky two-handed lone wolf bro. That's probably the most dangerous. But then there's also the bro that you could make who just his evasion is so high, his HP pool is so high, he always hits. You know, he's using something like the approach of the old gods and stuff, and he's just crushing. They're definitely both strong in their own ways. Nice. I'm getting, like, I'm in a text thread. Everyone's confirming that they're going to be at the fights tomorrow. Pretty sweet. It's over. We're not... I could use a dog to chase that thing down, but we're not going to do that. Nice haul. Jesus. An ornate tome, gemstones, and a silver bowl. And then everything else here is basically sellable. We'll probably even equip that worn mail shirt. And a little bit of crowns. That's a nice haul. That was very much worth our time. And I started by saying that this contract wasn't worth our time, and it kind of, it kind of wasn't, but it led us into a fight that was very much worth it for us. And then here we have Leanhard, who's been acting as a crossbowman, perhaps somewhat slightly against his nature. He needs to get higher resolve. It's pretty much a great time for him to take a 4 roll. And all of this, I hate that we're not really pumping melee skill too much on him, but that's okay. He's got weird stars anyway. And then he is a crossbow master. Not sure we need backstabber on our crossbow bros. His initiative is pretty high. This is one of those bros, once again, where we haven't committed yet to making him light or heavy. So there's a lot of ways you could do this. There's a lot of, I guess you'd call it schools of thought. I like to have my crossbow bros be kind of medium in their armor. I do like them to go first. I like them to be well armored. I like them to have battle forge. But I don't put them in like massive heavy sets. I have my front line in heavy sets. My crossbow / handgun bros I've often made more like dual polearm bros. And then my archers, usually I try to make them pure archers. The reason why they are pure archers is because their range skill is so high that I just pump that until they're bowmasters, and then they, it's really like all they're good at. So why would you ever do anything else? And then because of that, to keep their initiative high, to make sure they can shoot, I think even like 3 or 4 times in a turn with Berserk, that they have, the fatigue and the initiative, and then all that stays good. So then you're like forced in the nimble dodge with them, right? So that all makes sense. But the question here is, to pull the trigger, I've got to do it. It's either nimble dodge, which, keep in mind, as good as that combo is, it also takes up 2 perks, whereas Battle Forge just takes 1. There is that. That's something to consider. Let me mull on that a little bit. And then Hand did indeed level. We're not seeing great rolls from him. I might just take this 4 here and resolve. Let me see, what is this doing? That's cutting down his hit points. I was wondering why his hit points were so low. But yes, we'll get his resolve to around the 50 mark. And then here, I think I just have to take the 2 in melee skill. I'm not willing to pass that up anymore. As far as helmets go, we can just swap that out. And then him, he's kind of an easy Berserk. We want that on everyone. And then we'll probably switch out. Let's see, we've got Bluebell here. We'll switch him out for Bluebell. And then Rashid here. Still recovering. We'll let him recover. But Leanhard, man, we gotta pull the trigger on something. Could continue to pass the buck on what defensive skills I want him to have by going for something like Killing Frenzy. He's already got fast adaptation. I also like rotation on my backliners. There's a lot of stuff to do here. And like I said, crossbow bros, you're basically going dodge, nimble, and then that leads you to overwhelm. Could potentially grab reach advantage here, as he will always have some sort of pole mace type weapon. 2-handed, 2-ranged weapon. And I like the rotation a lot more on my crossbow bros when they're medium to heavy armor, because I'll be rotating them with someone who's in danger, and I'll feel a lot more confident putting them in danger if I know that Battle Forge will absorb a lot of shots for them. So I think I'm kind of talking myself into it. Let's grab Battleforged on him. And then perhaps next will be rotation. It's my call and I'm sticking to it. Did we have someone who needed a dagger? I mean, you do, but it's a little weird. I've never had a build where I didn't have a dedicated guy for my battle standard. It's been very awkward. And I wish it wasn't so. And the hawk should be on someone. Whatever. Whatever, don't need to min-max too much. Let's get back to Newick, collect our payday. Be happy that we had such a nice, easy fight that resulted in what will eventually be like a ton of cash whenever we sell. Maybe at Harlingen. Though both of these cities, now that I really look at them, they kind of both suck. And have we not already found every location on the map? Okay, something is coming for us. I paused it real quick. I saw a regiment of some type. 3rd Regiment. Okay. I was like, oh, we can go get these guys. There's only 8 of them, but then the other 13 are here. Let's see what this contract is before we get freaky. Because we may not want to. Yeah, that's a lot of cash. Couple grand for that. Sweet. Just buy all that. Let's see. Maybe they just want us to protect them from what's currently attacking them. A creature of enormity beyond measure. Snakes the size of dragons. Yeah. We're not doing that. I would like to get involved with some of this fighting. This is just a ton of conscripts. Now, this is a fight we can win. And it's a fight we can take, but we're not getting paid to do it. It's dangerous. And the gear that those dudes are wearing is almost none of it what we want. The other group, however, has an assassin, which may have a tier 3 weapon, grenades. It's got a few gunners, so we could take guns off of them too. But it's more dangerous, but it's 5 less men. So I'm going to go for these guys. And then at night, maybe their guns count for less. Of course, my strats count for a little less as well. Really going to shoot at me from downtown. Okay. Even 1 or 2 hits on these guys would be wonderful. Yeah. Soften them up. God, they all have it, huh? Okay. Yeah, that sucks a little bit. These things are pretty brutal. They do sort of a deceptive amount of damage. But I'm not mad at the shots we're landing. Quite the contrary. I think we're getting a little bit lucky. Alright, there's the Hashashin. See if we can't take him down. Yeah, I had to figure we weren't going to land that. It's definitely the time of the melee weapons have begun. Alright, before we move, let's get our melee weapon out. Attack there. Go in there. Nice. I'm not going to engage him on letting him have the high ground, essentially. But I will step there. And it's probably even worth it to drop a War Dog. Aerosol has Spirit. Yeah, we're going to do it. It's purely for cost. Consider a War Dog 300 gold. That we may or may not lose. But if he takes many attacks from an assassin to kill, it becomes worth it almost purely in tools and medical supplies. And you have to understand, like, the trickle-down effect that happens whenever you have brothers that don't get injured as a result of a dog taking the damage for you. So let's get our melee weapon out. This is a little sketchy, stepping in here. We're giving them, like, straight lines. I was really hoping this dude would be dead. That's great. Okay, we need to wait here. Can we please get rid of one of these dudes? Okay, Grump took the hits. He took it to his armor, though. His HP is still very much intact. We've got some overwhelm issues happening. Let's go ahead and get Heathcliff in the mix. Nice. I mean, that dude is dead. 100% dead. And we're going to put some pressure on these gunners, man. Still not dead after 2 hits. Wow. Okay. Well, take that, sir. And we will step in here for the surround. And Willibald will probably jump in further. Should probably just be happy I got any damage at all. That's Wilhelm. His stats are not great in the range department. Alright, let's see what they do. Alright, that sucked. Gave him a little confidence here. Let's get that kill. Maybe try to put some damage on the gunner there. Yep, this was to be expected. I'm okay with that. Little overwhelm. Step around here. Step in on the gunner. Don't let him do anything. Would have been nice to get the stun there. I was going to say a kill there would be even better. So here's my worry, that the assassin is going to step in here and just wreck Erling. So let's see if we can't prevent that. Or at least discourage it heavily. With a move like that. Aracel unfortunately is engaged in the fire, and I think he kind of has to stay there. And Grump, this is his fight now. With the damage that he has on himself, it's pretty spooky to do anything else with him. We're trying to give the assassin very few outs. He might just step here, he might go here, like we don't know what he's going to do. It'd be better if he did nothing or fell back. I don't know how many potions the game is going to give him. That overwhelm is definitely going to suck. Okay, Wilhelm. You wait, good sir. Landed the stun, huh? Was really hoping he would not land the stun. There we go. Nice, and we got the handgun for our trouble, which is half the reason we're here. Stun on him would have been pretty sweet. Alright, that dude is super dead. And if the assassin wants to step in here, we'll circle around him. The problem is I can't spear wall. I could shield wall, but then there's no way he just accepts stepping in here on me. Let's see what he does. He might go in on Lucian. Nice. Beautiful stun. Yeah. Not completely unexpected, once again. But we do need to step in and support with everyone. We need to make that fight as unfair as possible. Yep. And we get in there. Nice. I was going to say, Lucian could still die. That guy is stunned. We pass these. I think there's a world where we do this. These guys gotta go because we need the space. It sucks because I can step in and go for the attack. I was gonna say, Lucian needs to stun here or else he's in deep trouble. Okay, that fear of God is wonderful. We wait. Step. This is pretty damn sketchy, y'all. Pretty damn sketchy indeed. And with him dead, I mean, the last guy hasn't routed. We've got the stun. We'll go for the hit. We really need to finish him next turn. God, I wish we could get some other bros in there. Got 2 wasted DPS spots. 43% and we hit it. Sweet. And we even put in a deep abdominal cut. Beautiful. Okay. And with that, we get ourselves out of what might have been a hell of a lot of trouble with Lucian. And we got 2 guns and a coddle dagger, as well as a sick assassin's face mask, which is pretty sweet. I'm not sure. My Battle Brothers, thinking brain is a little weak now, so I'm trying to think of when would I use this. It's got -1 vision, very low fatigue. Probably super strong. I'm just trying to think. A crossbow gunner bro, or just a nimble dodge bro could use that. And we also, we have an assassin here. Yeah, it's just an even better version of this. By a lot, actually. We don't really have any dagger bros. Did we consider making Rashid like some sort of dagger bro? I mean, you want to make a nimble dodge overwhelm bro if you're going to do daggers. I don't think we have one currently. So let's see here. We've got our Swordmaster, Vashir. Let's level up his melee skill. Happy to see that. Let's level up his fatigue. We definitely want more of that. And then, we want to see more HP on him. A little more initiative. For him, initiative is going to be a kind of defense. So we're going to grab that. And dodge there is going to help. Just go ahead and pull the trigger on making him a lightly armored bro. Yeah, I love to have at least one dagger bro, because you do get that super unique dagger. But I don't think we have a dagger bro. I mean, obviously we built pretty much everyone in the front to be heavy, but we still have plenty of room for more brothers. If we get a bro in the future, we might hold on to that coddle dagger, because sometimes they can be a little hard to find. We'll even repair it right now. And then as far as, like crossbow stuff, I mean, why don't we go full pew pew build? Why not indeed? Maybe it's a bit much, and we do lose out on some range and versatility by having the crossbows. Let's see. Yeah, we're all crossbow bros here. My original goal was to have like tons of handgunners and grenade throwers. But yeah, that fight, if you were wondering whether or not that was worth it, it 100% was. See, Grump also took a beating, but mostly to his armor. So if we're going to take that fight with the Conscripts, which I might want to, we could just consider doing this. Something more like this. Though, like I said, fighting the conscripts isn't nearly as lucrative. We just got 2 handguns, a Coddle dagger, an assassin face mask. Like, those are great pickups. The conscripts will probably have nothing. Nothing of value other than some experience and stuff. Just thinking, guys. Just thinking. Let me just double check everyone's HP and such. Yeah, Willibolt's hurting a little. Even Aerocel's not in the best shape. We may just want to run from this. And try to do like a circle back to get to Harlingen. Or they'll attack me. And if they, I mean, it's whatever. I think we win this fight regardless. Ooh, sword lances. So I stand corrected. Let's see how they engage. I don't think they'll step in here, but they might. And they did. That's okay. I know what to do with this. We'll wait. I don't need to get greedy. A single kill here is more important than it may seem. It allows me to break their shield wall that they're almost certainly going to try to put on me. This was not a good step. It's a little better, but still not great. Probably would be better to wait for them to try to step in, because of course they will. But yeah, even that single kill was great. Now they've got to fill it in with someone else. 81% there. That feels good. And Alexander's like, oh no, now I gotta use my bill hook. It really, whether or not we're scared really depends on these guys. And there's a lot of them, and they are scary. But the sword lances I would use over the pole maces. Even though we've gotten a lot of versatility, or I shouldn't say, not versatility, that's not the word I'm looking for. We've gotten a lot of mileage out of our pole maces and their stuns comboing with our early game maces that we had. And just having stun after stun after stun, that era for our gameplay might be over now. I am worried. This is way more terrifying than I originally thought. And now they put damage on Vashir, who's probably going to eat the majority of this. I would have loved if his initiative was high enough to allow him to go first so he could shield wall. A kill there would have been epic. Didn't get it though. Yeah, I think this is a fight we actually don't want. We may have to run from these dudes. They're tougher than I thought, and in our damaged state, we're just making it harder on ourselves. I think brothers are going to start dying, like, now. Yeah. And clearly Vashir is going to go down. Willibold just went down. We could play this out of curiosity, but I think we all know what's going to happen here. We're going to lose a hell of a lot of brothers. So instead of doing that, we'll just reload and retreat. Is there a world where we beat this group in some minorly convincing fashion? Yes. It's really not likely. When the AI has this many two-handed weapons, what they really have is the ability to really single out your bros in a way that you can't stop. It's not preventable. Like, right now, we just killed this guy, but Vashir had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on him. You can't stop. With his stats and his current gear, there's no way for me to stop these dudes who are, like, pretty much as geared and as statted as I am from killing him. There's just no way. There's no level of like Battle Brothers Kung Fu that I could use that'll stop it if they want to target him. I can give them more targets, I can shield wall, I can hope for bad RNG, but they'll get him. They'll get him if they want him. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to lose half of our bros to such a silly fight. And we'll just have to do a retreat. Yeah, I shouldn't have a problem here. I don't think anyone will be able to reach me. And the AI is pretty good at doing this. So apologies as we sit here. My sloppy movement on the board made this happen. Maybe I thought, do we not have the retinue guy who makes us faster than everyone else? I could have sworn we did. The Pathfinder, I think, is what it is. Alright, bros. Sucks. Would definitely like to kill those dudes and get all those sword lances. That's just not in the cards for us. Do we have... yeah, we've got the... Yeah, we have the scout. That's what it is, not the Pathfinder. We have the scout. So we are faster than them. I just took a really bad angle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Another group of 8. This time just 8 conscripts. This might be more up our alley, but let's see if someone will pay me to do it. Looks like no. A group of brigands. Okay. Not stoked to do that. Spend a ton of cash. Yeah, just stock up on everything. Go secure the wheat field from these brigands. And to arms. Poachers, marksmen, and raiders. Kind of an annoying group. Anytime the AI gets a decent amount of range, they're going to outrange me. If we stick with this no crossbow build, we're going to get outranged. Which I don't love. And I'll probably not keep it, if I'm being real. But I may keep extra handguns just for extra brothers. We might end up recruiting bros who are better handgunners at some point. And we'll be glad when we don't have to go and buy more. Not mad at these hits. Handguns, man. If you're not using them in your campaign, you're missing out. They do so much damage. Get that decap. The fear of the Lord is now in these fools. Dea's Vault and all that. Nice. Take it on the shield, homie. I was just looking up like scenes from the movie 300 earlier today. I was trying to nap. Kind of feeling a little exhausted. And I lay down, and for me, as soon as I lay down, no one calls me, no one texts me, nothing all day long. As soon as I lay down, that's when all of a sudden everybody wants to talk to me. Or the telemarketers and the scam calls start coming in. In this case, it ended up being, you know, my girlfriend, my buddies from jiu-jitsu, my doctor, my doctor's nurse. People just kept calling me and I couldn't nap. So I told my lady, I'd sent a text to her. I was like, I tried to nap. And I got hit like Leonidas. And I sent her a gif GIF or GIF? Who knows? Send her a GIF of Leonidas getting like wrecked by arrows. And then I remember the scene where he like breaks the arrows off his shield. Pretty sick. Also probably impossible to do that. I want to say I saw like a YouTube video once where like a historian slash dude who like makes weapons. I forget his name. He's got a sick YouTube channel. I've talked about it before. I haven't watched it in a while, so I kind of forget. I forget what it's called. Something Workshop. Todd's Workshop. That might be it. It might be Todd's Workshop. But he's the guy who makes like the sword for The Witcher. He's like the guy in medieval, basically everything making. But anyway, I think I saw him once. He made a video, it might have been him, where he tries to break the arrows off of a shield, just like they do in the 300, and it's like physically impossible. Doesn't matter how much like TRT and HGH you're on, how much CGI they do to your abs, you will never be able to do that. 100% correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's what I remember the result of those particular tests being. But who cares? It was still sick. You also probably can't spear oncoming rhinoceroses in the eye from like 50 yards away. And then do like the cool man move where you don't even budge an inch while they like slide in the grass towards you. My point being, the entire movie was nonsense, but fun nonsense. So once again, another little easy kind of warm-up fight for our bros. I gotta give that mask to somebody. It shouldn't just be in my inventory. That's goofy. How much does this weigh? I'm currently right at 15. The shields don't mess this up, do it? That was not correct English. The shields don't mess up dodge nimble, do they? It only counts armor. From body and head armor above 15, yes. So if I do equip this on him, it will mess him up. I mean, could give this to Hayen. That makes him look pretty sick. Okay. And our inventory getting a little bit full, but thankfully we have the wagon upgrade. Just double checking, making sure nobody leveled from that. And we're going to get paid for this. That's cool. Oh no. Now we got to go back here. Whoa, what's going on here? Those conscripts are messing with these dudes. That may be worth it for us to get involved. They're dying though. Interesting. They're killing that little army. That's pretty telling of how dangerous they are. And the prices here have gotten a little better, but not by much. Yeah, getting in there, we might have time to sneak in and get... This is one of those things, so I said in the last episode, I kind of preached this idea in Battle Brothers, if you're a newer player, of always getting involved with everything you come across that you know you can survive and get away with. Because what it comes down to is advantage. Time and money in this game are everything. And getting into this fight is a kind of advantage. If I kill 3 or 4 guys, get 1 level, grab 1 sword lance that I'm going to use for the rest of the game, that's a huge advantage. That's thousands of gold plus a level that I would not have gotten otherwise. And that I'm basically just walking past for free. Like, I'm not even going out of my way to get this. It's a little annoying for me making the video, because it's like, now I've got to do it, right? And they may not even have the same kind of makeup. That might not even be the same army. It probably is, but it might not be. These dudes might not have the sick gear that I want. And it's not like it's completely without risk, but we've got a Sir Starkwort here watching our back. Plus we're competing with these dudes to get the kills in the first place. 8 of them left. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that Zweihander looking sick. Okay. Yeah, there we go. If I can get some of these, it'll be sick. And I would happily switch into sword lances. Sword lances, grenades, handguns, crossbows. That's kind of what I envisioned when I thought of this company originally. It's a lot of southern tech. And I even thought like it'd be cool to do like shields and fire lances as like my frontline stuff. Of course fire lances taper off in the late game, but in the early game they're sick. It just didn't work out that way. Try as I might. And we should be switching probably to our two-handed weapons, maybe? I don't know. Maybe this is good. They're kind of bunched up enough that I think we could get some serious shots. I just need to make sure that I'm the guys who are on these dudes. Don't take that out of context. That didn't sound right. I want to make sure that that I'm the one in the mix getting these weapons. Sir Wart's here. I don't want him taking my stuff. They're crushing these footmen though. If they were, yeah, if they were an equal number, this fight would like not be close, I feel. I'm willing to step in. I want to occupy this like secondary line around them. Did they just shoot their own man in the back? You dummies. Okay. This is good. Willowbold. Let's get in there. Just keep them occupied, man. Put some damage on them. I'll do the rest, hopefully. Nice. I killed their guy. That kind of wasn't, you know, that wasn't exactly part of the plan, but it also wasn't not part of the plan. But just look at the great, like, vantage point we have. I want to get in there. Yes, we did. Man, my dad's calling me back. Huh. Yeah, this might have to be it, guys. If my dad's calling me this much, maybe it's actually an emergency of some variety. So, after this fight, I'll, it's probably not an emergency, otherwise I would definitely just end this video. But, yeah, he didn't respond with the text. I sent him a text. I don't know. Some people just don't like to text. He's definitely one of them. God, I wish I could get some of these crossbows. These are the real prizes here. Crossbows and this two-handed sword and that noble sword. I'd turn on these dudes in a heartbeat. I mean, my valued allies. Sorry, homie, you're just in the way. Okay, we took a hit there. And we took another hit there. That's beautiful, but we gotta get the kill now. That's even better. That's great for us. Okay, we need to wait. Don't take my kill, you... Okay. One sword lance in the bag, baby. We take this one in the hopes that we get this guy and get his lance. We did not. We got the kill, just not the lance. Now what's here for us is a little less valuable. I mean, these are expensive weapons. But we also could get wrecked by the damage that they do. I don't know. It's probably worth. We got the sword lance we wanted. We got a little bit of experience. And now I think we just pass with everyone. I'm gonna say, just an easy 2 shots landed there would be nice. Okay, and it looks like we got his weapon as well. So, one sword lance, a little bit of cash, whatever. Sword lance is nice, though. Don't want to hate on the sword lance. So now we got the bill hook, pole maces. And who do we give the sword lance to? You know what? I'll probably pass it right to Alexander. And then pass the bill hook on to perhaps Wilhelm. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. I guess I got to go do some other stuff. We made a little bit of progress. I mean, we got some experience. We had some fun fights. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. My name is Brett. Channel's Good Talk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.